And hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and movie review for the brand new Joaquin Phoenix, Lady Gaga, Todd Phillips directed Joker Folie deux, or Joker 2. That's right, a highly anticipated sequel to a movie that I personally did not want, but when you add Lady Gaga, who I think is a treasure as a music person, and of course as an actor, I think, why not? Let's check it out, see how it turns out. So I went into watching it, low expectations, because, I've heard things from everybody else. People complain that it's a musical, it's gonna ruin the movie, this and that. Okay, fine. Let's see how it turns out. There are great movies that have musical elements into it, and it kind of helps the story move along. Sometimes it does work, sometimes it doesn't. So let's see if it does it here. So what is Joker 2 about? Joker 2 is literally about the continuation of Arthur Fleck, basically getting ready to go to his trial. Now, if you remember the events of the first movie, he killed those 3 people on the train. He killed Robert De Niro's character, and he killed one of the friends that he worked with in the clown thing that he worked in. So basically, he's going on to his trial, and he's getting ready for that. And I'm gonna be completely honest, I love the first film. The first film is fan-freaking-tastic. I love that movie so much. The only problem I had about that film was the ending, because it's like, really? Look, guys, Batman's coming. I hated that. I'm like, really? That's like, they made a Venom movie and added a teaser for Spider-Man. It's like, why? You're doing a standalone movie for these characters. Leave the others out of it. So I hated the ending. Loved the film, hated the ending. So I go into this movie watching it, and I'm watching it, and I did not want a sequel to this movie. I thought this movie did not need a sequel, but like I said before, I love Lady Gaga, and I was very curious about how she was going to portray Harley Quinn, or Lee as they call her. And what I can say this, there are stuff in here I liked. There are stuff in here that I actually liked. But there's also stuff in here that I did not think worked at all. And I'm going to start with the stuff that actually worked for me. There were some moments in here we got to spend, it's in the trailer, there's moments in the trailer you see Arthur in prison. And, him interacting with inmates and this and this and that, and him just interacting with the guards. That's in the trailer. I liked that stuff. I like seeing Arthur being kind of humanized in a way, and just kind of feel broken, He's in prison. He's just trying to, I guess, cope with what he has done, so there's that. He can't be Joker in prison, but he's just Arthur Fleck in prison, dealing with the fact that, oh man, I did some horrible things. So I liked it, all that stuff. The courtroom scene. Now, I heard a lot of people say, oh, the courtroom scene's pointless. Okay. Personally, I did not see that way. I actually thought the courtroom scenes actually worked, in my opinion. You may see it differently than I did, and that's cool. Okay, I'm just saying, for me personally, I thought the courtroom scenes really worked, because it showed, okay, Arthur Fleck, he's got some issues up here. But when he was able to, I guess, cut loose in the trailers, like in the trailers, you get to see him, as Joker in the court. When he became Joker in court, he was on top of the world again. He was feeling like he was not invisible anymore. Because that's what Arthur always felt. He felt like he was invisible to the entire world. Everybody was pushing him around because he was just a nobody. But when he's Joker, he's somebody else that everybody can look up to and be like, yeah, we want to be this guy. We inspire to root for this guy to be successful and to do what he can do. And he had his followers in this movie, and it was just cool to see that. Sorry, I got something in my eye. Anyway, so there's that. That stuff actually worked. So, and there's one more thing here. I want to talk about Lady Gaga. Now, like I said before, I love Lady Gaga. I think she can totally act. She's proven herself in American Horror Story. If you've never seen that season with her, she's fantastic in that. Star Wars Born, we've seen her act in that. She was great in that. I loved her in House of Gucci, so there's that. So, you know, you may say, oh, she's just a singer. Who cares? Yeah, but yeah, she can still sing and she can also act. She went to freaking school for that, so, you know, whatever. Anyway, she performed great. I had no problems with her performance as the character Lee, because you get to see a different version of Harley Quinn, because we all know Harley Quinn. She's the doctor in Arkham. Joker twists her mind, and then she becomes Harley Quinn that we all know and love. But they did something in here with her character that I absolutely was starting to love, and I'll get to my negatives in a minute. And I thought her performance as a character, for what she was given, it was not her fault. I am not blaming Lady Gaga for this. This is not her fault. She tried the best she could for what she got. Now, let me talk about the negatives about this film. Oh yeah, wait. I forgot one good thing. The music. To me, the music worked. Not all of it, and I'll get to that in my negatives. Not all the music worked in here, and I'll get to that in my negatives. But the music that actually made sense to the story worked. And I liked it. There was one scene, there was one song here that had to do with, I guess, the court. I love that one the best. So, that's another positive. Let me go to my negatives. I'm going to start with the music. There were songs in here that are just music numbers for the scene. Did not make any sense. And, by the way, this is my negatives. Did not make any sense. There was no point of these songs being here. It was cool seeing Lady Gaga sing it, and you know, Joaquin, you know, sing as best as he can. So that I mean, I don't know if he has a musical background or anything, but I guess he trained with somebody, or maybe Lady Gaga helped him to, or maybe he was lip singing. But some of this, you know, their singing was fine. Problem is, some of the songs did not fit the story that they were trying to tell. Now let me go back to my other negative about Lady Gaga. I think Warner Brothers used her in this movie, because and I think Todd Phillips used her too, because honestly there was no real point of Lady Gaga's character being in this movie. You could have got any actress to play this character the same way, same dialogue, same lines, everything, and it would just wouldn't have been the same. They got Lady. I'm gonna be honest, and I have no actual proof that they did this, but I think they use Lady Gaga as kind of like how the Kansas City Chiefs uses Taylor Swift. She's there, so look at the camera. Look, it's Taylor Swift ratings. Look, it's Lady Gaga box office, because she's a singer, and you know a lot of people like Lady Gaga's music. She just came out with an album that's kind of inspired by this, which, by the way, the music is banger. So, you know, I think that's what they did. They used her to just, you know, try to get money for this film. And I don't think it's going to work. So, I'm not, like I said before, I'm not blaming Lady Gaga. This has nothing to do with her. She tried her hardest to give the performance that she was given. She tried. I'll give her an A for effort. But her character had nothing really to do in this movie. There's a scene in here that kind of gives a background to Lee. And I'm like, oh, right, this is how this is a cool way to do Harley Quinn. Very different from what Margot Robbie's going through with her Harley Quinn. Very different. And then it doesn't go anywhere. I'm like, what why? I couldn't believe it. I really could not believe it. And it was just, I'm like, man, I was so hyped just to see Lady Gaga in this. And then she looked great in the role, but it's just like she didn't really do anything. Yeah, she has some cool, I felt the chemistry between her and Joaquin, you know, on paper sounds like, oh yeah, these two, they can make a great movie together if you give them the right direction. Honestly, out of all the Jokers and Harley Quinns we've seen, neither live action or animated, obviously Mark Hamill's one is still the best version of that one, and the actress who plays the voice of Harley Quinn, that's still the best one. But live action wise, yeah, Margot Robbie and Jared Leto still the king and queen of Gotham. So yeah, so there's that. And then there's the ending. Apparently, the ending is very controversial for a lot of people. Now, I already explained this. I repeat, did not like the ending for the first Joker film because it was basically telling us, the audience, look, guys, Batman's in this world. Did not like it. Now, as I've seen the Joker film, the second one, and I watched it very closely, and I paid attention to it, and I watched the ending, and I'm thinking to myself, I sat at that theater at the end of the movie just to think about the ending a little bit more. Now, you may feel different. You may hate the end. You may hate the whole movie and just be like, yo, the ending was the worst part of it. Fine, cool. My opinion, I liked the ending. The ending to me was the best part of this film. Because, and I'm going to do a spoiler review just for the ending because I have a theory of why this ending happened and why this is such an important scene. Now, like I said, you may think differently, the critics might think differently, but this is the way I feel about this ending. To me, the ending kind of feels like, I hear a lot of people say, oh, it makes the first movie pointless. I think the ending for this kind of makes the first movie very, very, very important. And I will explain. I'm going to do a video on this on Saturday. So make sure you guys, maybe Sunday. No, I'll do a Sunday, so that way people get more chances to watch it if you decide to go watch it. But yeah, overall, I thought this movie was just meh. I'm very disappointed. I kind of wish Todd Phillips did not make this movie. Kind of wish he kind of turned it down. You know, I kind of wish, listen, the first movie made $1 billion because, no idea. It was just because it made $1 billion. It was a great film and it made $1 billion, and that's why the studio wanted another one. Or maybe Todd should have just taken his time and given it to us next year. Maybe a 2025 release. They should have just maybe, not made it so, not quickly, but also kind of made some decisions that should not be a part of this film. I don't know. Look, right now DC's in a roll with Penguin, and they got Superman coming out soon. I cannot wait for that. But right now they kind of have a little step down. The train is starting to not have malfunction problems. It's starting to have little hiccups. This is a big hiccup for DC right now, and that's okay. Joker's an Elseworld story anyway, so, whatever. But overall, it's not gonna... This movie's very disappointing. I just wish that they used Lady Gaga better. I really wanted to see her version of Harley Quinn, and she didn't get enough chances to do it. There was a storyline for her that I really thought was going to be cool, and they didn't go anywhere with it. The performances were great. Don't get me wrong. The performances were great. Joaquin was still Joaquin in this movie. Heck, I'll be shocked if he ends up getting nominated for this. I mean, I doubt it, but you never know. I mean, just performance alone, regardless of the film, he still proved he could do this character. And the character of Arthur Fleck was Todd Phillips' creation, but he brought that character to life, and he missed no steps in this movie. Maybe the oral story missteps for sure, but the performance still solid. And Lady Gaga, like I said, still solid. Just the story was not there, and some of the music worked, some of the music did not work. They were all catchy, sure, but it's just not good. Look, if you go into this movie and you actually love this movie, awesome. That's amazing. That's what I love about film, because you can be like, oh, I hate this movie, but your friend or your family member can be like, I love this movie, and everybody can have an opinion about it and be nice about it too. If you end up loving it, I liked Madam Web and nobody else did. I love Morbius. A lot of people hate that movie, so all films are subjective. But Joker's just not the one. Like I said, go watch it. There's no after credit, so just go check it out if you're curious, But yeah, that's it. That's all I can say about it. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Are you guys looking forward to seeing Joker Folie à Deux? Are you going to see it? Not going to watch it? Not even going to bother? Maybe wait to HBO Max to check it out? Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Stay tuned for more, and thank you very much, and have a good day.